Hey folks, welcome to Pokémon XD, Gale of Darkness. We're thrown straight into a climactic battle between two extremely awesome Pokémon. You would have to be an absolute idiot to lose, by the way. Unless you just use Dragon Dance over and over and over and over, there's no way you can possibly lose this. Now, I think I noted at the end of the Coliseum thing, kind of a funny parallel between Coliseum and XD for this fight. At the end of Coliseum, you snag a Shadow Metagross, and at the end of this game, you snag a Shadow Salamence. So it's either a complete coincidence or weird meta-humor. Most people agree that XD is the better game of the two. I can't vouch for that because I haven't played much of XD, so this is going to be something of a discovery experience for me. By the way, you don't actually have a Salamence, you have Eevee! It's a cutie, too. Anyway, we are here in a research facility dedicated to researching and combating Shadow Pokémon. i.e. doing exactly the same thing that the main character of Coliseum did 5 years ago. Oh, also you have a family for once. But of course, in Pokemon fashion, it's your mom, and not your dad. Your dad's missing or dead or something. So, we have two objectives right now. We have find our little sister, who I personally greatly despise, and also pick up our PDA. Look at that guy, what a weirdo. We have to talk to him a little bit later. And by a little bit later, I mean like a minute from now. We have to do everything in the proper order, you know. First things first, pick up our PDA from their room here. It's a shiny thing. Now, I'd like to point out that there's a basketball hoop above his desk, right above a computer. That is dangerous. Anyway, the canonical name for this main character is Michael. I like his design a bit more than Wes's from Coliseum, just because it's more colorful. Wes was blue and gray, and it's honestly kind of boring. But this one is a little more anime. Anyway, our sister has run off like 50 miles across a river through a valley in the middle of the game of hide and seek. She's kind of a ditz. And also she's really annoying. Now notice we have a new TV station from last game. This is the OR News Broadcast System, or something or other. We'll learn more about its origins later. Hi, Psyduck. Quasar. They're just hanging around. Don't worry about them. Anyway, since I'm horrible at navigation, I can never remember which floor I'm on. But we exit out the bottom floor, head on to visit Dr. Kaminko's mansion. Just want to point out, completely... Ah, there's an item, okay. I've never actually gone back here, but you'll notice there's a lot more forested, you know, vegetation. There's a lot more of that in this game than in Coliseum. Thank God. Yeah, is there anything this way? Or is this just an alternative exit? Alternative exit. Out we go. Nice moped. You know, like and I often argue about the difference between a moped and a scooter. And I honestly have no idea what's true. I mean, this is supposed to be creepy, but it's not. But those dynamic shadows with the lightning and woo. And here begins an annoying trend of people referring to themselves in the third person. I hate it when characters do that. Kenshin is not absolved from this. Anyway, here's your real tutorial battle with your actual Pokemon that isn't a powerhouse with Earthquake and Dragon Claw and stuff. By the way, you have no reason to use anything but Bite unless you run into a Dark type. Or Fighting type, I guess. Not only does it have better accuracy, but it's also about 1.5 times stronger. That's not factoring in stab, but regardless, Tackle has 35 base power, so the stab boost will still make it inferior to Bite. Anyway, Sunkern sucks. I think it's literally the worst Pokemon in the game, save Magikarp. This guy has never been to a third world country. And here's our sister. She visits me off to no end for various reasons that are already present. First to herself in the third person, is condescending towards us, and has her boots blend in with her pants. Has a Mickey Mouse hairstyle, has an overall bland but still obtrusive color scheme, and overdoes it on the blush. Also, she's an idiot and a ditz and blah blah blah. So many reasons to hate her. This is a game trying to be funny. Who uses a VCR these days? This is 2005. Nobody used a VCR, even in this day. Anyway, that was the game trying to be funny, but it failed. And here we have Mr. Old Man. Important plot point for a few episodes. Also, there's mine and high. You saw a Plusle in the lab earlier, so. Or in the research institute, or whatever we're calling it. Now, luckily, Jovi is not with us for most of the game. She tails us a bit, but not too much. Also, can I enter this door? I don't believe so. I'm sure we'll go in there eventually. Yeah, I know, let's just go. Try and keep up. Seems so dangerous to have these two little kids traveling all the way across a region in a motorized vehicle. Also, only one rear view mirror, that's dangerous.